Hey guys, this is Kevin. I promised you guys a video on how to melt your scrap silver and turn it into a small ingot and then roll it into sheet. So what we're gonna start with is absolute garbage, okay? So this is our scrap bin. This is where we throw the garbage. So I'm gonna go through here and I'm gonna pick out some garbage that's all silver, and I'm gonna make a little blob using the kind of tools you guys use, like a small propane torch and whatnot. So I'm just gathering up all my little pieces because I know a lot of you have really nice scrap because I used to buy it and I couldn't believe that you guys were scrapping that kind of material. So we're looking through here at real crap, okay? Let's start melting. Let's see if I can take the tip off. Way better. Once you have your blob poured, we have a nice little blob here. Quench it. Let's go weigh it and see how much weight that was. A little over an ounce. So we're able to melt about an ounce of silver with that torch, okay? And I'm gonna clean it up with a wire wheel real quick. Or actually a Scotch-Brite wheel. Looks pretty good. So the next step, we're going to roll this out into a piece of sheet. All right, guys, we're at the manual rolling mill. Nothing fancy about this. I bought this when I think I was maybe 19 or 20 years old. I bought this mill. What we do, we're gonna roll this out. And I'm gonna try to widen it a little bit because it's a little on the narrow side because the ingot I poured it into. I've mostly poured it out of that ingot out of just sheer convenience. To get them to go wider, you go like this. So you'll see, watch. So it's going down pretty good. We're gonna anneal it. Be sure and dry your piece off before you put it in your rolling mill so you don't get your rolls rusty, okay? Not that it really matters, honestly, it doesn't. So, this is my second annealing, okay? It's all right. Let's go anneal one more time. So you've seen this does not take very long to do this. I know a lot of times people are concerned about their time, but you're gonna save a lot of money. The silver that I used was complete garbage, really nasty metal. Like we don't use that stuff. That stuff eventually gets refined, but I'm just showing you what is possible so that if you're using halfway decent new metal, you're getting, and I was using a dirty crucible, basically doing everything possible to make this fail, yet we're still having success. We're at about 16 gauge right now. So today's prices, let's sit down and do some numbers. So what I'm going to show you is how to find the spot price of silver. It changes daily. It changes minute to minute. And there's the London spot and the New York spot or the Chicago. But basically you just go by the American and the European. It changes overnight. So here's how you find it. Go to Google, hit the Google app on your phone, type in silver spot price and hit go. And up comes a list of different companies. You have APMEX, you got Kitco, you've got JM Bullion. All those companies sell silver. And so what you do, you can go right here. People ask, how much is 1 ounce of silver right now? Hit that. 1 ounce of silver is $39.17 according to APMEX. Let's see if there's a difference in price with Kitco. Kitco's at $38.97. So there's a little variation in the price. It fluctuates minute to minute. So there's a bid and there's an ask. So the bid is probably $38.97. The ask, yeah, there it is, $39.09. And the bid. You got a bid and an ask. So when you're buying silver from anybody, you're going to be paying, like when you're buying it from a jewelry supply company, let's see, let's pull up the big one, Rio. So they're showing silver spot price at $39.03 today. Gold is $33.65, platinum. So let's go and let's type in silver sheet, sterling silver sheet, 14 gauge. They're selling it at $57.82 an ounce. That is what they're selling silver sheet at. Here we go, $56.28. It depends on, the form. Like you can get it cheaper. It's $55. Let's find the cheapest silver we can get. I'm betting it's probably around, here we go, $51 for a 3x3 dead soft. So that's pretty good. So essentially, you're at $39. Let's just round things up to make it simple. $39 an ounce minus 51. They're making $12 per ounce on every ounce of silver that they sell you. Now that doesn't sound like much, but imagine you buy 10 ounces. Well, they made $120, but that's not where they make the real money. When you buy your silver and then like you buy your silver sheet and you make your piece, you have scrap. You should weigh your scrap sometime. It will usually run almost 50% of what, depending on what you're making, obviously, but a lot of times if you punch things out of it and you do stuff, you're gonna have 50% waste. And when you sell it back, you're gonna get 70 cents on the dollar. So they're making a 30% markup and then they're buying it at a 30% discount. So they're making 60%. Now, if you remelt your metal and you roll it out, well, you just saved essentially 60%. You're saving a lot of money because you get to reuse your metal over and over and over until it's all gone. And you can keep adding to it. So the cheapest way to buy silver is not buying sheet. It's to buy bullion. You can buy bullion through any of the coin dealers or pawn shops around your city. They all have it. And they'll sell you little 1 ounce coins or little bars, but they're fine silver. So what you can do, you can just roll that out. If you want to have fine silver sheet, just roll that bar, just roll that coin out or roll out that little ingot and you're done. If you want to make it sterling, you're going to add a percentage of copper to it and melt it. And then you'll have sterling. And then you'll roll it out just like I did here. You're going to save a huge amount of money. And it really goes up exponentially because when you save, your 60, 30 plus 30, 60%, you're saving 60%, but you're able to reuse your metal without investing additional money. So if you're spending, so imagine, let's say you're spending, let's just keep it simple, $10,000 a year, and that's a 60% pay raise, because you normally would be recycling that 60%. You're gonna keep it and use it. So it's like getting, call it Kevin math, but it's a big pay raise, which can mean the difference between turning a profit and not turning a profit. So also the benefit of rolling your own, you can have whatever gauge you want at any time. You need a piece of sheet, you need a piece of wire. We'll do a video on how to make wire next. But you can see I melted 1 ounce. It's a pretty big piece of metal. I could stamp several pairs of earrings from this, a couple pendants, and then immediately remelt all my scrap and do it again. And I'll probably get double what I got. So anyway, thanks for watching.